Okay, let's go through together what we need to do to add in a pause. So what I'd like to see is I'd like them to put in the name, and then it says welcome, gives their name to Ghastly Gloom of Door Adventure. I'd like it to actually pause at that stage so that they can actually read it and enjoy the fact that they've actually been invited into a game. So after this line, I'm actually going to type in sleep, and then I'm going to decide how long it actually needs to sleep for. All right, so you see I've started putting in the brackets there, and it says seconds. In other words, how many seconds do you want us to pause at this point? I think probably 3 seconds. So I'm going to put 3.0, and that will give me my 3 seconds of sleep before it then goes on to talk about the rucksack. So you have a rucksack with you. It contains the following. Let's save that and let's test it out. So we're going to type in our adventurer's name again. I'm going to say Gary. Welcome, Gary, to the Ghastly Gloom of Door. Okay, now you have a rucksack with you. It contains the following. That's better. There's also the second pause there where you actually get to read the second section and then it moves forward. So in total we have 13 seconds worth of sleep or pauses that the actual user can appreciate the game itself and move forward at a pace that's a bit more leisurely and not too rushed, and they don't have to scroll up and down, because often if people have to scroll up and down they actually lose some of the information. They forget to read some of the stuff that they need to read. So it's quite important for us to do that. What we're going to be having a look at now is we're obviously going to want to add some items to a rucksack. We're also going to want to remove things from a rucksack as well. So we're going to be having a look at that. I'm just going to go up here and stop my program. Now we already know how to list the contents of the rucksack. We use the square brackets, and everything inside those square brackets is the list of the rucksack itself. Gold coins in position 0, rope in position 1, cheese roll in position 2. What if in my adventure I picked up a sword? How could I add it to my rucksack? Well, actually it's quite easy. So let's show you how to do that now. Right, so what I've done is I've actually copied the rucksack contents here. So we've got the rucksack and the list of what's in it, and it's showing us what's in position 0, 1 and 2. Now let's say I wanted to add something to it. So to actually add something to it, all we would need to do is type in rucksack, because that's obviously our variable. We need to include that. So rucksack dot append. Now the word append is to add to. Once we've done that, we're actually going to then type in the object, making sure it's in inverted commas. So I already mentioned a sword, so we could type in here the word sword. And if we then go down to the next line, we could say print rucksack. And what it will do is it will print the list of everything that's in the rucksack. All right, so let's save that for a second. I'll just give it a name. We'll just call this rucksack for now. And I'll make sure that I'm saving it in the right place. For me, this is going to be a little bit different to you. I'm saving it in our key stage folder, and I'm saving it in Python. Okay, so once I've saved it, I can then play this. Because I've started this in a new page just to show you how to do it, it's going to come up with all of these dialog boxes again. And what you can see here is gold coins, rope and cheese roll, because it's asked us print 0, 1 and 2. And here you'll see we've said print rucksack, and it's told us exactly what is contained in that rucksack. It's a very useful tool to have if your user wants to find out what they've picked up, or if they've dropped anything, or if something hasn't been added. They can always use print rucksack to find out what they've got in there. Have a go at that. See if you can get that done. And the next thing we'll be having a look at is how we can actually order our items in the rucksack. So that will be in the next video.